And we will start here with this first piece, which is a photograph took off a phone slide that I participated to this experimental lab workshop, and here I was scratching out from the slide some part, and we don't know anymore what was under it, and then I colored with green because I'm really curious the philosophical side of using green screens, and I was also working with that before, and here I was trying out how it would feel like to have it in this kind of scene. I never was working on exactly this kind of image with it, just in moving image, not on still one. So this was new approach for me with that. And this is kind of like carving out something from landscape, and then we can just think about, is something going to appear on that missing spot or not, and if so, what it could be that is coming there. So that was the thinking behind this image. And then we can continue to the next one, and you can follow. Here we have a 3D photo that was printed on photography paper, and then it's ripped in 3 parts. And it's 3D, and it gives reference to virtual world, but the same what happens usually there, everything is somehow a bit distorted, and you cannot really see, if you go behind it, you cannot really see what would be behind it. And while I cut the 2 parts off from the original one, I kind of cut out time, because the photo is taken with a long exposure time, which means capturing time, and here I took that part off, and but then I placed it again, so then it's kind of like supporting the original image, but you cannot really get the moment it kind of passed already. And also, well, other name for this work could be compass, but it's kind of like searching where we are placed and with what kind of beings we are with, and who is guiding who, and in what kind of time and space. And it has a reference also to the VR, as I said already. And then we can move to the next one. Which is here. And this is a non-linear poetry wall. And it consists of my writings, that some of them I wrote here in Lisbon, and some of them also before. I write quite a lot. I have always notebook with me, and I put them together. And on the wall, you can read them in multiple directions. So it's not, in that sense, it's not linear. It's not. I didn't make the path ready for the reader, so you can make your own reading from it. And end up in different places. But what is inside of it, it's my thinking what it would be to live inside of virtual world, and also reflecting how is it to be human and how is it to live in this real physical world. And that is something you may find from there, but it's not really obvious. But after I said it, maybe you can read it from there. And first I thought I would read it for you, but then it would break the idea of each reader having their own experience with that. And then we then we can go to the last one. And here we have a video. It's not ready work. It's showing more my process of working. There are clay objects which I made here during the residency, and I wanted to see how they would be if I put some aliveness in them, and I was doing this with videos, which are field recordings from Lisbon while I was staying here. And then I tried to see if I can find some kind of dialogue between the objects and how they would communicate, and could they have even some kind of different identities and different kind of rhythms, and how they get along in this given space, and how they are feeling it. And then there are also these still images which are combination of still photo and then some shapes that I made digitally. Yeah. So I think that's it what I wanted to say, but then I'm happy to hear some questions if there are some.
I'm quite curious about the works that we saw in the exhibition and the use of green screen. It's quite interesting to think about how the green screen can be, something else can be replaced, and how you erased a sort of imagery. Would you expand a little bit more about your philosophical take on that?
Yes.